Now, we are starting with a big traffic impact that you need to know about before you head out or your loved ones head out. A deadly crash on the 10, and it is causing major backups. Now, this is in the westbound lanes, which is the opposite direction of heavy traffic, but because of how bad this crash is and how many lanes are blocked, it's causing quite the backup. This is all happening near 67th Avenue. That's where we find our 12 News journalist, Tori King. She's live there. Tori, what can you see? How many cars are we talking? And we did just find out that this was a deadly crash, didn't we?
Exactly, yes. We did just find out this was a deadly crash. We are told now from officials that 2 vehicles hit a man who was walking along these westbound lanes. Want to show you where the traffic stands right now. We are actually along the 63rd Avenue overpass. That's our vantage point that you're looking at live. And you can see these 4 lanes that are open are really backed up. Even this side road here to the left also starting to get backed up as well. But you can see just how many cones they've had to block off this scene. We also see several dozen markers and evidence markers along the street. But we still have about half a dozen units on scene, as well as some ADOT workers who continue to investigate what happened. We do know there's 3 lanes closed right now for about a quarter of a mile or so, including the HOV lane. I want to go ahead and take you to some video that we shot from earlier this morning. The Arizona Department of Public Safety tells us, again, that man was walking along the westbound lanes near 63rd who was hit and killed by 2 vehicles. We believe one of them was a yellow truck of some sort. Both vehicles and the drivers remained on scene. DPS Vehicular Crimes Unit is now investigating that crash. Also, want to go live too. If we've got Sky 12 was circling up above us. If we have them, I'd love to take that shot as well. DPS does expect those 2 westbound lane closures to remain in place until about 8 a.m. as investigators finish processing the scene. Of course, you can see just how extensive this traffic goes, and it's not just westbound, it's eastbound as well, because we do have a lot of people who are slowing down to look at this crash. If you're driving on the other way, try not to do that, just keep going. But you can see, hopefully, those 2 vehicles that are involved. Hopefully you can see that here in our chopper video live. Again, if you're headed this way this morning, you're going to want to give yourself some extra time, find an alternate route. We also have Troy, who is in studio. He's been giving you guys updates and other ways to avoid this crash, but that is the very latest from the scene right now. Definitely try not to avoid or not to drive in this area if you can, and if we get any new information, of course, we'll bring that to you as soon as we get it. But as we know, this crash did just turn deadly, so I'll go ahead and send it back to you guys in studio. Reporting live in Phoenix, I'm Tori King with 12 News Today in AZ.
Tori, thank you so much. Now, again, it is so important that you let people know who you know will be on this roadway, because, Troy, you just don't expect this kind of a backup this direction on the 10.
Yeah, no, the 10 West is usually perfectly fine all morning long, even in the middle of rush hour. This is the worst we've seen the 10 heading west in a really, really long time. And it has to be some sort of major accident for it to look like this. This is near 59th Ave on the 10 heading west. And as you can see, cars lucky to be moving, if at all. So there's just a couple of ways that you can get around it. Honestly, if you are coming from the east and you are heading towards the west, get off of the 10 as east as you can. I'm talking 35th Ave, maybe even before, 43rd Ave at the latest. Head north to McDowell, take those side streets up until you can get back onto the 10 after you've passed that crash. But this is going to be something that is going to last a pretty decent amount of time. We still saw so many DPS and ADOT vehicles on the highway, a lot of evidence markers still on the ground. And this was a crash that happened around 4:30 this morning. So very extensive and a super unfortunate situation.